Welcome to Sarasota Virtual Academy. My name is Coach Matt Pryor and I will be your online instructor for this course. I want to start by telling you a little bit about myself as we'll get to know each other during this course. I'm married and I have two girls. I graduated from Westmar University in Lamars, Iowa, and I also earned my master's from the American College of Education. I'm originally from Sarasota and I graduated in 1992 from Riverview High School. When I moved back from Iowa to Florida, I taught and also coached football at Northport High School for 9 years. I enjoy watching sports on TV. I'm a fan of Florida State, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Tampa Bay Rays. I like all kinds of music, but most of all, I'm a huge fan of acoustical and live music. When time allows, I enjoy spending time at the beach. You can start working in this course now. I want to clarify that. You can start working before we conduct the welcome call. So as soon as you receive the email that you have a seat in the course, you can start working, and I would encourage you to start working. Make sure you log in, make sure your username and password works, but please start working in the course before our welcome call. The purpose of this welcome video is to shorten our welcome call by covering a few topics. The first topic I'm going to talk about is the grace period, and then I'm going to give you a short tour of the course. During that tour, I'm going to show you and talk to you about the discussion-based assessments, which we've referred to as DBAs. Also during that tour, I'm going to show you how to set your pacing goals and what the expectations are for pacing. When we're done with the tour, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about academic integrity. I'll then show you how to schedule an appointment, and finally, students and parents, I'll explain to you what your next steps are after watching this presentation. I'm going to talk a little bit about the grace period. The grace period is a 28-day window when three things can happen. The first thing is the student can drop the course without penalty as long as it's within those 28 days. The second thing is students must complete 20% of the segment to remain in the course after 28 days, which means once the grace period starts, the student has to complete that 20% of their coursework, otherwise we will remove them, but there will be no penalty. And finally, once a student starts working in the course and they complete 20% of the segment, they're automatically locked in, which means if the student completes 20% hypothetically in 10 days, then we cannot remove them from the course without a penalty. Now I want to take you on a short tour of the course. The first thing is, once you click on the course, you're going to want to click on lessons. I would suggest, if it's your first time logging into the course, to click on the Getting Started button, which will show you and give you a feel for what's in the course. After you've completed the Getting Started, you can see that there are 6 modules. Modules 1 through 3 is considered segment 1, and modules 4 through 6 are considered segment 2. If you click on module 1, you will see that a list of assignments and sections show up. You're going to want to work through these in order. So you're going to want to start in module 1 and then work through the assignments in order. I'm going to transition and talk to you a little bit about the discussion-based assessments. As you can see, assignment 1.10 is a discussion-based assignment. What does that mean? Once you navigate through that, and you can see that there's 4 pages in 1.10, the discussion-based assessment. On the last page, page 4, it says to you in number 4 that you need to call your instructor for a discussion-based assessment. Later on in this presentation, I'm going to show you how to schedule an appointment for your discussion-based assessment. So what you'll do is you'll schedule an appointment, and then we'll talk about some of the material that was covered in module 1. This is a graded assignment and it is required. You'll have to schedule a time to make a phone call, but I want you to feel comfortable knowing that we're going to discuss some of the topics that were covered in Module 1 and also just touch base on anything that you may have questions on. Moving forward, We're still touring the course, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit about pacing. As you can see on the tab on the left hand side, you're going to want to click on course information. Once you click on course information, you're going to want to click on pace. Now you can see I've been directed to a page titled Pacing Charts. There are three things on this page that I want you to be familiar with. The first one is the recommended pace for this course is 24 to 28 weeks. If you click on that, you'll see that it'll map out for you how much work you need to be doing and what assignments you need to complete per week in order to complete in that 24 to 28 week window. What I really like is the individual pace planner. If you click on the individual pace planner, you can set your own target date and customize which segment or both segments of the course that you want to complete. Then what will happen is it will map out what assignments you need to be doing each week in order to complete this course by your target date. So you can set your own goals for pacing. The next thing I'm going to talk about is academic integrity. We have a tool called Turnitin that will match assignments that have been turned in through SVA, FLVS, or any assignments that are out there on the internet. This tool will automatically generate a report for each assignment that you turn in. If you get a message from me saying I need to talk to you about assignment, it may be because Turnitin flagged one of your assignments, and we'll just schedule a time to talk about it. The next thing is how to schedule appointment. Students and parents will schedule appointments and then they will call me, Coach Pryor. So at the time of your appointment, you're going to place the phone call to me. If I don't hear from you within 5 minutes, then I will call you. You can see that the website to schedule appointments is located on this screen, and it's also located in several different places within the course. I'm going to take you through how to schedule an appointment. You can see once the student logs in on the announcements page, it says schedule an appointment. You just simply click on that button and it will take you to a screen that looks like this. The next thing you're going to want to do is click on book now. This will allow you to schedule a time to talk to me. It will take you to the next screen, which shows you when the next available appointment is. Here you can see the next time that I'm available is June 9th. Once you click on that date, it'll bring up a list of times that are available for you to schedule. You'll simply choose what time. On the next screen, if you haven't scheduled an appointment before, then you're going to click continue without login. You're going to need to fill in this information and then click make an appointment. I do want to make sure that if you're scheduling a DBA, that in the notes field you write in which DBA you're scheduling for. There are 4 DBAs in the entire course, 2 per segment. Modules 1, Modules 3, Modules 4, and Modules 6. So make sure that in the notes you indicate why you're scheduling your call. Now, be prepared to answer the following questions during our welcome call. This will help speed things up. I'm going to ask you these specific questions. Have you logged into the course? That should be a yes. Does your username and password work? That should be a yes. If it isn't, if you can't get your username and password to work before our phone call, then you're going to need to contact technical support. The next question I'll ask is for you to explain to me the grace period. Then I'll ask you to explain to me the DBAs. I'll also ask you where we will send and receive email from. And you may not know that because I didn't cover it in the video or during my presentation, but I'm going to tell you now. We will send and receive emails from within the course. Now last, I'm going to ask you to explain what your pacing goals will be for this course. There are some different scenarios, but you choose what works best for you. Some students take one segment at a time. Sometimes they take it over the summer. Some students complete both segments in the summer, but again, make sure you use that pacing guide and a target date to map that out for you. Some students simply start and continue to work throughout the school year. You need to find out and sit down and think about and talk to your parents about what your pacing goals will be for this course. Finally, what's the next step? Since you've completed the welcome video, you'll now need to schedule an appointment using sva-prior.lattice.com, and again, both parent and student need to be available during this call. The second thing is we'll conduct our welcome call. You need to be prepared to answer the questions that were on the previous screen, and that will help speed things up. After our welcome call, students will then transition into their grace period. This happens on Wednesdays. If we conduct your welcome call on Thursday, you'll have 6 days until your grace period starts. Remember, you can work as soon as you have a seat in this class. So if you're not working yet, please start working. If you are already working within the course, please continue to work. Here's my information, my cell, my email, and once again my website to schedule an appointment. You may want to make a note of my Skype if that is a resource that you use. I look forward to working with you and making this a great experience for you through this online course.